The alternative station, CD 102.5 Morning Show. Joe Jewett here. It is 9:33 now. One of our favorites, Bert Kreischer, in with us.
You're my favorite. Here, can I tell you this? Last time I was here, I stole a bunch of the stickers for the 102.5.
Yeah.
And I put them all over my bag. And obviously, I travel around the world for Travel Channel. And I have them on my bags. I have these cheap bags, but they're cool because they're covered in stickers. Like a guy that's in MS-13.
Yeah.
Like just covered. And I saw this the other day in Tanzania, and I smiled thinking about my mornings here. I love doing this show. I love doing this show. The energy here is so positive, and it's so underground. I mean, it's like, I feel like I'm part of art. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, it would be underground because we broadcast from a basement.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, that is it.
Physically, we're in a basement.
Part of art is just like the Kings of Titans, like Carnegie and J.P. Morgan and all those guys, like and Rockefeller. They all did something together. Part of art is that same feeling. It's like you feel like you're doing it together, and like everyone's cool in here and everyone hangs out. That's what I love. So I thought about. I wanted to tell you that because I was in Tanzania and my bag's getting put by a porter onto a ferry, and I saw the 102.5, and I went, well, that's interesting how travels take you places.
Very nice.
Like Columbus, Ohio is now rocking the stickers in Tanzania. I should have taken a picture of it.
Well, thank you for saying that. That's very nice. It always surprises me when I see our stickers someplace because I'll be out of town. I'll be in if I'm in like I've seen them in Las Vegas before. I go to Las Vegas frequently, and I've seen our stickers pop up in random places, and people do that, and it's really kind. It's really nice. But
it's cool. It's cool. I sell a shirt. I have a story that I've told millions of times, but about I got involved with the Russian mafia when I was 22 and robbed a train. And it's a popular story. It's called The Machine. That's the name of the story, but I called myself The Machine to these gangsters. I was trying to say I'm the man, which is Yamashina, but I said Yamashinu, which is I am the machine, which is a weird thing to say to gangsters. Yeah. And I have a shirt that I sell. Well, I saw a dude, it's my face in Russian propaganda art. It's on my website. You can get it at bertbert.com. And so I'm walking through the airport, and I see a guy's wearing my shirt. And so I'm like, oh my God, how cool is this moment? So I go sneaking up to him. I'm in an airport, by the way. I'm sneaking up to him, and I go to him, I go, I am the machine. And he goes, hey, easy, buddy. And walks away from me. I go, it's me. Like, you're wearing my shirt with my face on it. That's me. And he walks by, and I go, hey, man, where are you going? He goes, hi. And I was like, it's me. And he like stopped me. He goes, oh my God, you're Bert. And I was like, yes. I go, let's go to the bar, do a shot. What are you doing? This is a moment right now. And he
almost missed him completely.
He was so freaked out. I am horrible with celebrities. Like, if I ever meet a celebrity, I always think that there's someone I know. Like, Reese Witherspoon is gorgeous. Yeah. She's gorgeous, but she's so familiar that when you see her, you think, oh, I went to high school with her. So I'm at a coffee shop, Jones on 3rd in Hollywood, and she's writing in her journal. And I walk by, and I go, I know her. I go, I'm going to freak her out. So I lean over, and I go, what you writing? And I'm reading over her shoulder. And she goes, excuse me. And I went, oh, you're Reese Witherspoon. Oh, my God, you're reading your journal. Ryan Felipe, and you broke up.
You have. The last time I talked to you, we talked on the phone because you just put your book out.
Oh, yeah, Life of the Party.
And there's a story in that book that it's a celebrity story, and I have retold your story like a half a dozen times. Maybe you'll tell it for us now. The one where your daughter had the dental issue.
Oh!
Because I love that story.
That's it, by the way, that, my publisher told me, or my editor, I don't know which one's which, my editor, Yaniv is his name, said, I like your stories, but I don't want the celebrity ones. I don't want any celebrity ones. You can do the Tracy Morgan, you can do the Will Smith, but that's it. And I told him this one, I was like, all right. He's like, all right, put it in the book.
Tell the story.
We're in Cincinnati, we're doing the Jameson Comedy Tour. My wife calls, she's like, listen, everything's good, we've had a problem. Georgia, my oldest at the time, was like 4. She goes, she fell and she broke her jaw. Broke all the teeth out in front of her mouth and broke her jaw.
By the way, this is not the part of the story I love.
Yeah. So she goes, you need to come home. So I'm with Billy Gardell, who's on Mike and Molly. Billy goes, buddy, I'll stay up with you all night. We're going to drink through this. So we pound booze. I get on a plane the next morning. I'm crying. Because it's the first time I realized how much I love my kids. I had never understood that I cared about them that much. We get home. Fine, done, sleep, wake up the next morning, go to the dentist, a really expensive dentist in Beverly Hills. We walk in, no one's in there. I mean, they come and see us specially, and they tell us, listen, it's a little nerve-wracking because we're going to have to put her under. And with children, it's a little scary, so just giving you a heads up. And now I'm panicking. I'm really panicking. My wife told me to take a Xanax, so I took a Xanax. Now, but I'm calm a little bit. So they go to try to put her under. They can't get the needle in. They're like stabbing her, like just 9. Yeah. And so the guy looks at me and he goes, listen, we have to give her the gas, but she's freaking out so bad, we don't want her to hyperventilate with the gas. Or can you do it? I went, what? He's like, you need to put the gas on your daughter's face just so she breathes it and calms down. And I go, oh my God, I look at her and I go, all right, baby, here's the deal. We're going to take sweet glass and we're going to sleep. She goes, what if I don't wake up? And now I'm like, what if she doesn't wake up? What do I do? Yeah. Like, how do we take the body home with us? Like, do we leave the body here? I'm not leaving her in a dentist's office. And now I'm freaking out. I just took her like Lenny of Mice and Men and just went, and I just smothered her. So she goes out, I'm sobbing, I'm crying uncontrollably. I'm on a Xanax, so I'm crying even more free than I ever would because there's no embarrassment to it. I go to the bathroom, I'm sobbing so bad in the mirror, laughing at myself. I go into the waiting room, now people have showed up.
This is not your finest hour.
I am out of it. I am like uncomfortably crying. And like there's a kid looking at his dad like, Dad, I thought you said this was gonna be okay. I'm like, my wife's crying, and there's a black chick like trying to like calm me down. You know, like black chicks can do that to white dudes sometimes. Like you've seen The Matrix.
Oh, hey
so,
baby.
Yeah. Come on, sugar.
Yeah.
That's a horrible. I'm sorry if that sounded racist, but it's not meant to be. But that's the moment I'm having. And that's not even working. I can't even see her. There's tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
They come out literally 10 minutes later, and they're like, your daughter's okay. And I was like, the waiting room applauds, like, yeah! So we go in, we grab her, there's gauze in her mouth, there's blood all over the gauze, she's still unconscious because she hasn't woken up from the gas. They take us to this receiving room. That's how expensive this dentist was. Mm-hmm. The receiving room, which is couches, candles, and we're sitting with my daughter, and I am sizing up life. I'm going, okay, oh my God, this is it. Like, I am in the thick of being a parent. Like, this is what being a parent is. I'm a dad. Like, I'm having this come to Jesus moment when the curtain opens and the black chick walks in.
Yeah.
Puts her arm around me and goes, it's tough being a daddy. I look over, Whitney Houston. Whitney, I'm getting chills telling you about this guy. My wife literally dropped my daughter like, Whitney Houston! She looked amazing. Like,
she did.
Gorgeous, perfect. She's getting down to work. She is the reason that we had the anesthesiologist, because she had them come in and bring the anesthesiologist, and that's how we got the anesthesiologist. That's how it came in so quick. And when we went out, this is the part, I don't even know if I wrote about this in the book, because I didn't like, well, one of the weird parts is that now she's dead, I can say whatever I want about the story. I go, and then she told me I was her favorite comic, but she just sat with us for like 15 minutes, sat with my wife, stroked my daughter's hair and said, it's, you know, being a parent's tough. I didn't say a word. If I'd said something, I would have said, does Bobby cry? But, but we go out, and anesthesiologists are very expensive, and we came out, and we're like, we don't know how insurance is going to pay. I was broke. I was making like $1,200 a week. That, for a comic, you have to cut that in half. It's not a lot when you're a comic. Yeah. And you got to pay for your own travel. And I said, we don't, and they said, don't worry, the anesthesiologist has been covered by Mrs. Houston. And I was like,
oh, you didn't tell me that part?
I know, because I feel weird saying that, because it sounds like I'm just drawing for heartstrings. Because she had paid for the anesthesiologist to come in for her. Yeah. So they were like, don't worry about it, it's been covered by her. And she was, honestly, was the sweetest woman. All my wife and I both said when she left, we're like, we just wish she had sung. Like just sat and said, oh, little baby, don't say a word, mama's gonna block you, mom. I don't know why she would sing that.
I love that story. Bert's at the Funny Bone this weekend, shows tonight,
Do I have to leave? Are you done?
Sunday. Yeah, that's it.
Wait, come on.
It's a good story.
No, I'm not done. I'm still just having full beer.
It's a good story. We'll let you finish your beer. We're not kicking you to the curb.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. 471-5653, ColumbusFunnyBone.com. People want to buy those T-shirts. They want to get the book. They want to buy anything you have. They can go to the website.
Everything's at the website. Go to my YouTube channel. We were just talking about subscriptions. Go to my YouTube channel. I won the Special Olympics raffle the other day, and it is maybe my finest moment as an individual. You will see what victory looks like in someone's eyes. And yes, if you're wondering, I donated all the proceeds back to the Special Olympics.
Tell people the website.
BertBert.com.
Excellent. Thank you, Bert.
I love you.
941.